An AI decided my loan application in 11 seconds, and nobody told me what it looked at. An AI approved my loan in 11 seconds. It looked at 1,400 things about me. What data is AI actually using to approve or deny your loans? How do you make the new AI lending system work for you? And what rights protect you when no human ever reviews your loan? I applied for a personal loan and something felt different. About a year ago, I applied for a $25,000 personal loan through an online lender. I had applied for loans before. Fill out the form, wait a few days. This was completely different. 11 seconds after I submitted my application, I had a decision. Approved. At a rate I had not expected, and I had no idea how they got there so fast. I called the lender to ask about the rate. The representative told me my application had been evaluated by their automated underwriting system. When I asked what it had looked at, she said she could not tell me the full list. A machine had just made a major financial decision about my life, and nobody could or would explain exactly how it arrived at that number. That answer sent me down a months-long research project into how AI lending actually works. What I found completely changed how I manage every piece of my financial life. The lender's using AI underwriting right now. The shift to AI-driven lending decisions is not something coming in the future. It is the current standard at most major fintech lenders and a growing number of traditional banks. Upstart, which is used by over 100 banks and credit unions in 2026, evaluates borrowers using over 1,500 data variables. Their own SEC filings confirm that over 80% of loans on their platform are now approved instantly with no human involvement required. Your educational background, your employment field, your income trajectory over time, your geographic location, all of it feeds into the model alongside your credit score. Zest AI, used by community banks and credit unions across the country, has publicly stated its model looks at patterns in how you spend money as much as whether you pay it back on time. SoFi uses free cash flow, not debt-to-income ratio, as its primary input. One number can completely change your outcome. The same person can get very different outcomes from different lenders because each AI model is trained on different data and weights different inputs differently. This is both an opportunity and a risk. The 1,400 data points. What they actually include. I want to be specific here because this is what most people do not know. When AI lenders talk about thousands of data variables, they are not all pulling from your credit report. Many of them are pulling from sources you would never associate with a credit decision. Banking behavior data. How often you overdraft, what your average daily balance is, whether your income deposits are consistent or irregular, how long money sits in your account before being spent. Employment data. Not just whether you are employed, but the stability of your employer, the growth trajectory of your industry, and the median salary for your specific job title in your city. Alternative payment data, rent payments if reported, utility payments, phone bills, streaming subscriptions, behavioral patterns, the time of day you apply, how long you spend on the application, whether you read the terms before submitting. Some models treat application behavior itself as a signal. Geographic data, property values in your zip code, local unemployment rates, regional economic trends. Most borrowers have no idea that a machine is profiling them this deeply before deciding whether to give them money and at what price. How I optimized for the AI system. Once I understood what these systems were actually evaluating, I started managing my financial behavior differently, not dishonestly, just deliberately. The first thing I fixed was my bank account behavior. I was overdrafting 2 to 3 times a year on my checking account. Those overdrafts flag AI systems as income instability risk. I set up a $500 automatic transfer to a dedicated buffer account that prevented overdrafts entirely. 3 overdrafts per year went to 0. Next, Experian Boost. 5 minutes to add years of payment history the AI lenders could not see before. AI models using VantageScore 4.0, which is now required for conventional mortgages, can see that payment history. Adding it raised my score 18 points in 1 month. Then I got my rent payments reported to the credit bureaus through Level Credit. 36 months of on-time rent payments that had been completely invisible to lenders suddenly visible. These were not tricks. They were things I was already doing and already entitled to credit for. I just learned how to make sure the systems could see them. By the way, if you are getting value from this, hit that like button and subscribe right now. And if you are serious about fixing your credit and getting funded in 2026, grab my book, Credit Rewrite 800, the 800+ system, and get funded for your business. The link is in the description. Everything you need to get approved and get started is inside that book. Your legal rights when an AI denies you. Here is the part of this story that almost nobody knows, and it matters enormously. Most people accept an AI denial and move on. That is exactly what the lender is counting on. When an AI system denies your loan application, you have legal rights under federal law. Under the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, every lender, including fully automated AI-driven ones, must give you specific reasons why your application was denied. You are entitled to request an adverse action notice that lists the specific factors the system used against you. This is your legal right, and they must provide it. I exercised this right after being denied for an auto loan by a fintech lender in 2024. The adverse action notice listed 4 reasons. One of them was a data error, an account balance that had been pulled incorrectly from a third-party data source. I disputed the error, had it corrected, and reapplied 90 days later. Approved, at a significantly better rate. The denial was not the end. The denial notice told me exactly what the machine had decided against me. I fixed the inputs and got a different output. An AI denial is not a verdict. It is a data problem waiting to be corrected. Always request the adverse action notice. The banks using AI to help customers, not just evaluate them. I want to balance this picture because AI in banking is not just about making lending decisions faster. There are genuine ways banks are using AI to help their customers right now. Bank of America's AI assistant Erica has handled over 2 billion customer interactions since launch. It identifies unusual spending, flags subscriptions people have forgotten, and alerts customers to upcoming bills before they miss them. Chase's AI fraud detection system in 2026 catches fraudulent transactions with 95% accuracy and flags them to customers within seconds, often before the customer even realizes their card information was compromised. Capital One uses AI to analyze spending patterns and proactively suggest actions that could save customers money, like identifying bills that could be reduced or subscriptions that are being charged twice. The same technology that is eliminating jobs in back offices is also making the customer experience measurably better in ways that were not possible 5 years ago. What this means for your money in 2026. Here is how I have applied everything I learned to my own financial life. I now treat my bank account behavior as a credit signal, not just a spending tracking tool. Consistent deposits, no overdrafts, growing average balance. These are signals AI systems read as financial stability. I shop my loan applications across multiple AI lenders because each model weights my data differently. The same application can produce dramatically different rates at different institutions. I always request pre-qualification checks that use soft pulls, not hard inquiries, before I commit to a full application anywhere. And I request an adverse action notice anytime I am denied, read every single line, and treat it as a roadmap for what to fix before I apply again. Action steps. Today, sign up for Experian Boost at Experian.com. Free, adds utility and streaming payment history to your Experian file, takes 5 minutes. Today, eliminate overdrafts from your bank account. Set up a $300 to $500 buffer in a linked savings account that automatically covers any shortfall. AI lenders see overdraft patterns as risk signals. This week, if you rent, sign up with Level Credit or Rental Karma to begin reporting your on-time rent payments to the credit bureaus. Before any loan application, research whether the lender uses AI underwriting and what alternative data they evaluate. Upstart, SoFi, and Lending Club all publish this information. If denied, always request your adverse action notice and read every reason listed. These reasons are your specific to-do list for improving your next application. AI is already making financial decisions about you. Decisions that can affect your life for years. The part most people don't realize? They don't even know what data is being used to judge them. But now you do. So let me ask you, have you ever been approved or denied for something and had no idea why? Be honest. Do you think it was a person or a system making that decision? Drop person or AI in the comments. I'm reading every response. In the next video, this is happening faster than most people expect. AI is already replacing jobs inside banks right now. Not someday, right now. And the gap between the people who adapt and the people who get replaced is growing fast. So here's the real question. If your role was evaluated today, would it still exist a year from now? I'm breaking down the exact skills that are protecting people from being automated away, and the ones disappearing first. Subscribe. You need to see this before you fall behind. And share this with someone who's about to apply for a loan, before a system makes a decision about them they don't fully understand. Wait. Don't forget to check the description below for more info.